Oh, welcome YouTubers. Just got back from a class reunion. Didn't do anything all day, but on between the class reunion and my house is Jeffrey's. And I see he's got his wood split for the year. There's two big piles there. They're probably, I don't know, 14, 15 foot tall. And hadn't been down here in a while. I'd have to show you running, but ain't there. Ain't running. They already finished up all what they got. It sits way up in the sky. Uh-oh. Must have a leveling jack gone bad on it. Huh. Have to go and look at that. We put leveling jacks on it. No, maybe put those under there to keep it from coming down. That's probably what it's probably bleed down when it sits up here. And it's up there. You can see it's way off the ground, and you just jack it down that so it'll go into the elevator all right and not lose as much stuff out the back. Driven by, if you're new here, it's driven by an old John Deere motor, 4-cylinder John Deere. Oh, here comes the puppy dog. Oh, puppy dog, where's your daddy? Don't jump on me, please. I got clean clothes on. There's Jeffrey up there. And what he does, here's our table. I'm telling you, the table's the fastest way to go. Now those new, what do you call it? Manure spreaders for wood logs, hopper, whatever. Work pretty good. And what he does, we get a lot of big stuff. You can see over here, big stuff. He'll split it here, and then the last split, he'll take and put it on top of there and do it. The splitter here didn't cost us hardly anything to make. The trailer was a giveaway. All the steel was a giveaway. The cylinder in there is a 6-inch cylinder. That was come off another wood splitter that was over there. He put something else on there, I don't know what. The engine was a donated engine to us. These came off those trash compactors. You can see this thing running in some old past videos. Gotta get up there and yak attack with Jeffrey for a while. That's it. Well, we're coming along. Got one sawed up. This one here, I think I might say, but I think I said in the other video, there's runners that go across here. And those runners, if you go down, will be full of nails. See how this is all rotted? This rack here's got about one more year. And these are oak because they were stone pallets. See, look at, see the nail? As you carrying it around, it's going to bounce out of there. There's another one. I can't pull it out with my fingers. So there's probably, see, there's more down there. There's some over here. You probably can't. There you go. You can see it. So I'll get something. I'll try to get one more year out of this rack here. There's another nail right there, but that's broken off. There's a nail there. That's why I don't put any boards across the bottom. I think I might even run the metal detector down here. There's a board. Well, no, that whole board is gone. This whole border's rotted off here. And maybe I'll throw the towel in on this one. I don't know. It seemed pretty solid when it was standing up. There's another nail. There's another nail. That's why I stopped using pallets. There's a screw. There's another nail. So I got my work cut out for me to either cut it up and make another pallet. See, that one came out. These, they're still pretty solid. See, that one can't come out. That's a nail, that's a nail. This one seemed pretty solid too, but I'm having second thoughts on it now. I could probably get one more year out. Actually, they've lasted quite a long time because, like I said, they were made out of garbage wood, but they're made out of oak. But that one, when it was standing up, felt pretty spiffy. I don't have my hold it together here. There's a couple runners there that kind of could be replaced, but I'm getting I've taken a couple runners out of other ones. So yeah, I think I'll go down the back of this one, save some nails and for the tires, and take I pulled two bottom rails out of this one here that have been replaced. But see, this one's real well, now it's half down, it's half shaky. But I'm just going to cut them up. Well, I'm going to cut this one up with the chainsaw and just throw all the stuff in the fire. I'm taking screws out of there that I think I can save. These are little screws. I'm just going to burn them up. But okay, this rack here was not a rock rack, not a rock. What do you call it? Pallet. That one up there, see how it's got double runners on it? That was a rock pallet. And so that's where I'm going at. I'm going to get the tripod, put you on there, and you can watch me cut this up. I'm going to try to unscrew this board. This looks like a good board here. I might be able to save that for a spot over in this one. I'll stand this one up. So I'll be back in a couple minutes and at least show you me doing something instead of just yakking about it. So that's where I'm at. We'll see you. Well, I got a handful of nails out of that. If I remember, I'll show you. I'm still debating. That corner down in here is pretty well wasted. Even those bottom runners are pretty well wasted. So I'll show you me chop this up. It probably won't take more than 2 or 3 hours to chop that up. But if I'm fast, I might be able to get it done faster. I've never claimed to be fast. I got it down into bite-sized pieces. Now let's just throw it in the tool cat and throw it and have another nice bonfire tonight. This is some of the plastic I had on the top. I think if I was smart, never been accused of being smart, well, I'm gonna try to be. Well, I think I'll move the tool cat right to about where the camera is. Maybe not. A little exercise, a little bending over exercise, probably good for me. This one here is poplar, and you can see it lasted just as long as the oak. Yeah, I need a little bending over exercise. Exercise your back so when you pull over, pick up the big rounds, you won't kill yourself. And I think that's the problem that most people have, is they find a way to save their back, which I do too from time to time. It ends up not exercising their back enough that when they go to use it for something they really got to use it for, it ain't ready to do heavy work. A couple of these pieces are a little bit big, but I think they'll be all right. Rain put my fire out last night, so got to restart it, but I already restarted it. Here's a question for you guys. If you're using pallets, how much do you let them rot, or what do you do to get rid of them? I don't want to throw them in my boiler because I don't want all the nails in there. I could take them to the dump, but I'd have to drive about 20, I don't know, it's over 20 miles, and it takes time and gas to do that. So I'm not really too fond of doing that, even though I'd kind of rather do that than burn them. I'm still going to get nails in my burn pile. You guys might not even be in there anymore. Nah. But I think you can hear me yakking. There were a couple screws I was going to take out of these boards, but I guess it's too late now. Yeah, it doesn't take too long to. I would have still had to pick them up. I just wouldn't. I could have probably thrown them in there if it was closer. I could probably patch some of these with some of this, but I don't really feel like it. Just soon make the crates out of the pressure treated, and then it should be there good for the rest of my life. That's it. Now I'm going up to the follow. I'll show you this one here. When you stand it up, this one here is actually not too bad. See, this one's still pretty stable. Now most of these wooden crate ones, I had a chain that went across those, and I took the chain off a couple of them. So I might put the chain back in there and try to save this one. And I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with these beasts. I do have pressure treated on the bottom. I was smart enough to do that when I built them. And I've been building these wooden racks. Let me think. We got this here. I just pulled this out of the racks are the same. Hopefully this will be, yeah, I'll put them, get some of my old screws, put that one in there. We'll make that rack there last another year. I'll just put a bunch of real garbage wood in it. That's basically all I put in these anyway. It was pretty shaky wood. That's the way it wants to be up, but it's rocking too much, so we'll put it that way. And we'll put this one in. course, you can't get any screws over there. They ain't working. So we saved one rack, and I might fill that up. And I saved the screw. I saved a lot of the screws, so I can reuse the screws. And we'll bring you in for a little bit of it. Oh, I know what I was going to show you. All the nails I pulled out of the bottom of that one that were getting ready to fall out. See the pile of nails? Not a good thing to have shaken out every time you move wood. I put all my nails in an antifreeze can that's I cut a little top, see, it's just about full, and I get quite a few of those filled up in a year. Let's get some screws here. Here's some of the, you can't see it. Get a handful of the used screws, and we'll go put those boards in, and we're going to save that rack for another year. I know I shouldn't be doing that because I'll probably have to be breaking it down next year, but you know, once again, never accused of being smart. I'm just going to put a couple of them in here. They're not going to go anywhere. I don't think they're biting in at the bottom. Yeah, it might have. Guess you're not seeing much, are you? I'm just going to put one in there. Uh-oh. I thought I stripped one out. We will take this one over for further use. That rotted one there ain't going to make a bit of difference. I just did this one year when I don't know, I found these racks that were like I said, rock racks. They had stone in them. That was a crooked one. There ain't nothing back there to even screw into. If I screw that into there, might stiffen it up a little bit, so maybe I'll do that. Yeah, that was good. Should get a little stiffer now. Oh yeah, it'll be fine. Alright, I gotta drill a couple holes here to put my chain in. And this was small wood rack number 4. Boy, I made that 4 a little bit backwards, didn't I? I do a lot of backwards stuff. Well, that one was right. Anyhow, we're going from here up to the bonfire and throw some of that in there. So we'll be back in a bit or two. Kind of breezy today. And wind's going every direction. I tried to move the camera so it's not getting, you're going to get wind, so just turn the sound down. But because of the rain last night, the ground's wet. Good time to burn. So we're going to throw some of this in there. I got the fire going this morning with a load from the sawmill cleaning up back there. Nasty, it's going to smoke like heck wood because it's wet. Some of it's wet, not all of it. And it's all pretty much, oh, I meant to take the screws out of that one. Oh well. I don't think that fire's going to hold everything I got here. So I'm going to take the bucket off and we'll do some other stuff. guys getting smoked out, ain't you? Every place I put the camera, then the smoke goes there. I didn't hear you coughing, so it couldn't have been too bad. Put it over here. Except for you get a lot of glare this way. Ain't no easy place. Whoops, my foot was on your leg. All right, we'll put some more in there, and these without any. These should go up pretty quick. Nice oak wood here, boys. But I don't think I want to toast my marshmallows on it. Man, you can't see the wind spinners are spinning. It's glaring, so I can't. The spinners are spinning. Man, that's a terrible picture in here. Oh well. That's enough of me loading the fire. I'll be back in a while.